Defensive backs are on the field here in South Bend, putting their work on display, and we are lucky enough to be joined by the defensive coordinator here at Notre Dame, Al Golden, on the set, getting set to embark upon his third season. Coach, thanks for stopping by and talking with us. Just let's start off the bat. What's been your impression so far, specifically of the guys on defense here in this pro day?
I think great energy, first of all. The guys are competing. It doesn't matter whether it's the broad jump, the vertical, the 40. And obviously the field work that's going on now. So that's something we're really, really proud of.
Yeah. The game is so different, of college to pros, although they're kind of melding at this weird moment in a weird way. How do you prepare these 18 to 23-year-olds, now I know it's a little older these days, just for the NFL game from an intellectual standpoint?
Yeah, being here is a blessing, right? Because you're dealing with so many kids that have high football IQ. They have high intelligence to begin with, right? And I think what is being communicated to me on the field today by GMs and coaches and scouts is just the conceptual learning that these guys have, and to answer your question, that's what transitions or translates to the NFL. It may be different language, but do they understand the big picture? And I think our guys have done a great job, and they're establishing that in the interviews and then obviously what they know on the field.
Coach, the defensive backs are on the field right now. I want to get your thoughts on a couple guys. Let's start with Thomas Harper. His testing today was outstanding, 42-inch vert. Yep. He just had an amazing impact in 1 year with you guys in South Bend. You only coached him for 1 year, but what was your impression of him? And then, of course, having the experience you have at the next level, where do you kind of see him fitting in as he goes forward?
Well, look at Hart. So we wish we had him longer, right? So I think the thing about Harper is ultra competitive. When you're a nickel, you have to have great confidence. So he's in the slot. He's going against the best receivers from Clemson, from Ohio State, from SC, Louisville. Doesn't matter. His long speed was great. He covered those guys really well. He's a great special teams player, and he's a great competitor. So to see him have those kind of numbers, I'm really happy for the young man. What a tremendous young man.
Yeah.
Cam Hart is another interesting guy. From your perspective, what did you expect to see today? And what value does he bring to an NFL program?
Yeah, I think what he brings now compared to a year ago when he was making the decision to come back is confidence. He's grown and developed so much in that final year. Again, I think Cam's best football is ahead of him. He's an ascending player, a guy who went through a couple injuries, a guy who made the transition from wide receiver to corner. He played his best football this year, and you can argue he's playing his best football now. Senior Bowl, combine, so running well, catching the ball really well, obviously having a good day. So really excited about him. And Cam put the work in.
Yeah.
Cam did a great job.
I don't want to overlook DJ Brown.
Yep.
I just think he's a guy, when I look at this program, he was there every year. He seemed to always be in the right spot. Everyone I've talked to around the program just kind of raves about his leadership and demeanor. What have you seen from DJ? What do you hope he can accomplish as he goes forward?
I think that's what's going to translate. You just said the right things, right? So DJ was always unselfish. He was a quiet leader, but a leader. And we're trying to find the next DJ right now in spring ball. We're trying to find that guy that's experienced, and a certain shift or certain motion doesn't really impact him too much. And I think his intelligence, his competitive nature, all of those things are what's going to translate for him at the next level.
The defensive line, to me, at Notre Dame, just in general, is a really interesting animal because it's like an octopus with all the arms. It seems like plug and play, and they're all high level. Undrafted doesn't matter, immediate impact at the next level. When you look at John Baptiste, what stands out?
The biggest thing is the journey that he took from the time he was here a year ago, like just trying to learn new techniques. I mean, just think about that, right? So you're 21 or 22 years old, and you've already played somewhere for a couple of years, and you go to a new place, and now they're saying they're switching everything on me. It would be like you like going up to bat, and you're sitting there tweaking things, and he bought into everything. He bought into our techniques. He bought in to the style of play, and just did a fantastic job and put himself in this position that he is today.
And just a really quick follow-up on that, I'm curious, when you think about his impact just in the locker room, sorry, I was talking to him before, I just came to my mind, how it's about receiving instruction in real time how important is that as a coach that you're evaluating talent as they're doing these drills, just listening and doing? I guess, where does that rank in the pro day?
It's important. It is important. I learned that early on because, again, I was doing this for 7 years, so it's great to see a lot of these guys here. The overall number here today is ridiculous. It's like 74 guys out here.
Wow.
But, yes, that's what's being done in those meeting rooms last night, today, tomorrow. They're going to teach them something and expect them to regurgitate it. Same thing on the field. Gave you a specific command. Can you do it again, live in real time?
Coach, we appreciate you stopping by. Looking forward to you coordinating the defense for a third year next year.
Thank you, guys.
All right, there's Al Golden, defensive coordinator here at Notre Dame. Thanks to him for taking the time to join us.